First of all, let me give you the overview of the environment and ecology module. You will receive this PDF. So I'm just briefly telling you how we are going to proceed. And I will also talk about why we need to learn about environment section, why UPSC added this particular part, especially in a recent time in our syllabus. And then how we are going to learn all these syllabus topics and what kind of resources we should refer to in addition to the classroom material. Okay, so we have divided the module in 15 lectures. So yes, I was telling you that earlier we used to have 10 or 12 sessions related to environment section, but from this year onward we are adding 2-3 more sessions because UPSC is giving more emphasis on environment section, especially for prelims section. कल का पेपर देखा होगा आपने, right? So 3 questions were there from environment section. So every year now UPSC is giving 35 marks in GS3 paper, weightage for 35 marks, 2 10 markers, 1 15 marker question. Last 2-3 years this has been the trend. I will talk about this separately. And in prelims examination, out of 100 questions, there will be 15 to 20 questions from environment section almost every year.
Sir, it's separately environmental, geography and environmental mixed?
No, it is separate. Okay, that's why I'm telling you that UPSC has increased the weightage, especially for prelims examination for environment section. So whenever we are learning environment section, we should focus more from the prelims perspective. Okay. In environment section, we are going to learn about different aspects. I'm briefly giving you idea. First of all, we'll learn about the basic concepts of ecology, environment and ecosystem. Okay, I will explain all these terminologies. We will try to find out the details of all these concepts. Then we will also learn about biodiversity. What do we mean by biodiversity and the associated concepts? Okay, and along with that, biodiversity conservation, here in situ, ex situ conservation, and in that we will also try to know about the government of India's initiatives for the conservation of different species. Along with that, the international initiatives by different NGOs, international institutions to protect the endangered species, right? So here we'll cover the conservation part. Then there comes the important aspect, that is climate change and global warming. Okay, so those basic concepts we'll try to understand this phenomenon. What is greenhouse gas effect, global warming, then ocean acidification, then what is ozone depletion, how it is happening. So we have to understand these concepts. Okay, and yes, they can be asked in the prelims as well as mains examination. And then we will understand the impact of global warming and climate change and the mitigation strategy that India and at the international level, how these countries are adopting the mitigation and adaptation strategy for the climate change. Okay. Then thereafter, the third important aspect comes in the environment section is environmental pollution. Right, so different types of pollution including air pollution, water pollution, noise pollution, radioactive pollution, electronic waste, solid waste, plastic pollution, marine pollution, इतने सारे pollution है, ठीक है. तो अब हम pollution में क्या पढ़ेंगे? In pollution we'll learn about the causes, the sources of pollution. Then we'll try to find out the impact not only on the human health but on the environment also. And then we'll try to find out the way forward, the mitigation strategy, or we can say that the control strategy for this pollution levels. Right, so this is the pollution aspect and some of the important concepts like what is acid rain and bioremediation. इस पे question UPSC ने पूछ लिया है पहले. So we need to learn about all those concepts. UPSC can ask again the different kind of question on those concepts. Right, now comes, let's say, the legal, institutional, organizational aspects. And yes, UPSC is asking every year one question from the laws, policies and programs in prelims examination, almost every year. ठीक है, तो हमें कौन से लॉ पढ़ने हैं हमने एनलिस्ट किया हुआ है यहाँ पर. Okay, we'll find out some salient features, salient provisions of these laws, and if there is any recent amendment proposed to these laws, that becomes from the current affairs very important for our examination. ठीक है, तो इंपॉर्टेंट लॉज और पॉलिसीज रूल्स हमने यहाँ पे एनलिस्ट किया है. वी विल ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट द सैलिएंट प्रोविजंस. देन इंस्टीट्यूशंस, सम ऑफ देम आर स्टैट्यूटरी इंस्टीट्यूशंस, सम ऑफ देम आर एग्जीक्यूटिवली क्रिएटेड इंस्टीट्यूशंस. ठीक है, तो वो सारे इंस्टीट्यूशंस का नॉलेज हमें होना चाहिए कि व्हाट काइंड ऑफ फंक्शन दैट इंस्टीट्यूशन इज डूइंग, इट्स ऑथोरिटी, इट्स जुरिसडिक्शन, ऑल दीज एस्पेक्ट्स आर इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट. Finally, the new aspect is emerging, especially in prelims examination, and that is overlapping for environment and geography. That's why students are confused. And now this year we have included this as a separate session, agriculture part. Now we are not going to learn agriculture from geography perspective in GS1 mains examination. We are not going to learn geography from GS3 economy part. There is also agriculture, right? But we are going to learn it from environment perspective. That's why the specific syllabus we have added, that is green revolution. So the pros and cons we have to understand of green revolution. There can be question in mains examination related to it, because it is resulting into lot of environmental issues in those regions where the green revolution is implemented. इसलिए वो environment section से important है. Then nowadays, especially in last 3-4 years, every year UPSC ask one question or two questions from eco-friendly or ecologically sustainable agriculture practices. तो इसलिए हमें ये सारे practices के बारे में हमें जानना है. Organic farming, zero budget natural farming, precision farming, permaculture, integrated farming system. इस पे कल क्वेश्चन आया था क्या? इंटीग्रेटेड फार्मिंग सिस्टम पे GS3 में क्वेश्चन आया था ना. ये मैं day before yesterday I was framing this and I had added this, और कल उस पे यूपीएससी ने क्वेश्चन पूछा मेंस एग्जामिनेशन से. तो बेसिकली इट इज रिलेवेंट फॉर आवर एग्जामिनेशन. और इवन इन द पास्ट यूपीएससी आस्क्ड क्वेश्चन रिलेटेड टू इंटीग्रेटेड फार्मिंग सिस्टम. हाँ बोलो.
स्क्रीन ब्लैक हो रही है.
ओके, इज एवरीवन फेसिंग सेम प्रॉब्लम?
Yes, sir.
देख लो अमित क्या हो रहा है. जस्ट अ मोमेंट. Yes, is everyone facing same problem?
No, sir, it's fine for me.
Okay, then Vikas, please check your internet connection. Okay. Fine. So no, some students are not facing problem, no, so it is not problem from here institute. Okay, so you can just exit and rejoin the group, so it will be fine, I guess. Okay, fine. Now the next part of our syllabus is renewable energy. Now almost every year UPSC asks one question from the renewable section in mains examination. ठीक है, तो कभी सोलर एनर्जी से पूछ लिया. कल कौन सा क्वेश्चन था? मुझे लगा आप स्टूडेंट्स जो है वो बहुत इंटरेस्ट रखते होंगे. पेपर आ गया कि सारा देख लेंगे कि क्या क्वेश्चंस पूछे है, अगले साल क्या आने वाला है, राइट? क्या आया था क्वेश्चन? विंड एनर्जी पे क्वेश्चन था कि नहीं? ज्योग्राफी में GS1 में. हाँ, ठीक है, ज्योग्राफी में क्वेश्चन था विंड एनर्जी से स्पेसिफिकली. ठीक है, आई एम टेलिंग यू दैट यस, GS1 हो या GS3 हो, रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी इज पार्ट ऑफ ज्योग्राफी ऑल्सो एंड एनवायरमेंट सेक्शन ऑल्सो. जैसे मैं लास्ट टू लास्ट ईयर का अगर बताऊं तो सोलर एनर्जी पे क्वेश्चन आया था. ठीक है, आई विल टेल यू, आई विल शो ऑल द प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस ऑल्सो एंड आई विल टेल यू हाउ द क्वेश्चन वाज फ्रेम्ड. बट आई एम टेलिंग यू दिस हैज बिकम द न्यू एरिया वेयर यूपीएससी इज एम्फसाइजिंग. क्यों एम्फसाइज कर रहा है? क्योंकि हमारा गवर्नमेंट ही एम्फसाइज कर रहा है. ठीक है, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल सोलर एनर्जी, बहुत सारे प्लांट्स आ रहे हैं, हम इंटरनेशनल कोऑपरेशन, इंटरनेशनल सोलर अलायंस पे बहुत ज्यादा एम्फेसिस कर रहे हैं। वन सन वन वर्ल्ड वन ग्रीड के ऊपर काफी डेलिब्रेशन हुआ है लास्ट ईयर, राइट। देन देयर इज बायोफ्यूल, बहुत ज्यादा एम्फेसिस है बायोफ्यूल्स पे। वी हैव नेशनल बायोफ्यूल्स पॉलिसी 2018। Then hydrogen is becoming the new, let's say 21st century fuel, it is being called. ठीक है, and we want to become the leader in the world for this hydrogen fuel. And the steps taken by government of India in boosting all this renewable sector. We have to cover all these aspects. And finally, in last session, some miscellaneous issues related to environment. We want to cover some current affairs also here. Like for example, the perennial debate that we have or we face as a developing country, that is economic growth versus environment protection, है कि नहीं। जहां जहां नए इकोनॉमिक प्रोजेक्ट आता है वहां पे प्रोटेस्ट होता है या कुछ हमेशा एनवायरमेंट डिग्रेडेशन की बात होती है, राइट। सो बेसिकली दिस हैज बीन ऑलवेज द डिलेमा बिफोर द गवर्नमेंट, दिस डिबेट कंटिन्यूज एंड वी हैव टू deliberate on this from the GS3 perspective. There can be question in interview also related to this, which particular aspect should be given preference over the other. Then water resources, water conservation, बहुत बार question आया हुआ है यूपीसी में, तो हमें इसको separately deal करना है। Then there is man animal conflicts, sand mining, Himalayan ecosystem. Okay, so they are very important issues, they are always in news, ठीक है। एंड देन GM क्रॉप्स रिलेटेड मेनी टाइम्स इट इज इन न्यूज। जेनेटिकली मॉडिफाइड ऑर्गेनिजम्स, ये भी बहुत बार न्यूज में होता है। कोरल्स एंड कोरल ब्लीचिंग्स, ठीक है। सो दिस इज हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू कवर ऑल दिस syllabus related topics. See why we have given this in detail, because it will be check on me, ठीक है। अगले 15 लेक्चर्स में आप मुझे याद दिलाएंगे कि सर ये टॉपिक हमने अभी तक नहीं कवर किया है, और ये ऐसे डिवाइस किया गया है कि जो प्रीलिम्स और मेंस में अब तक जो भी क्वेश्चंस आए हुए हैं उनको ध्यान रखते हुए ये डिजाइन किया है।
The first step towards achieving your dreams is having the right coach. Get the best education with Lukmaan IAS and make your UPSC dreams come true. Download the app now.